So it's 6 o'clock now, Donna. But then we still don't have the city attorney.
We'll give him just about 2 or 3 more minutes, but nothing is really controversial. So if we have to, I think we can move without him.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Bye. Anybody here from Joan?
No, we're kind of looking for her. I've been checking the attendees section. We have applicants there, but no Joan. I did print out the agenda for her to come pick up. I know she picked it up yesterday. Maybe she's having a little difficulty getting online. Oh, she's on my phone.
The host will be informed that you would like to speak.
I was just going to call her, too.
Gabriel, that's me that has my hand raised.
Okay, I just resent Joan the link, so she ought to be with us in a minute. Norma, is that you with your hand up?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Somebody's got their hand up.
Joan Lorman's on mute.
That's me with my
With my hand up. I'm testing mic.
Okay, thank you.
But it doesn't
It doesn't look like you can hear me on the mic.
Oh, I can hear you here, though.
Because I just
unmuted.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 6:03. I think we should move, get this meeting going with, oh no, we're waiting for Joan. Never mind. Gotta wait for our chair. I'm excited. I want to get going. As soon as Joan gets in, we'll move whether Tom's here or not.
Do we know it's Tom that's joining for sure? Gabriel, can you unmute the phone?
Was that Norma?
She wants you to unmute the phone.
Okay. On my end, it's not muted. Or which phone, Norma?
The one in the attendees column?
Yeah, it's not muted on my end.
It's not muted? Okay.
It's not on mine either.
Okay, thank you.
I can hear her with an echo.
think she actually has three links open. One in panelists and two in attendees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it better now?
As soon as you turn it on, it echoes.
How about now?
I know.
Still echoing. Is that open in the council chambers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, now it should be gone.
No.
Nope.
And no Tom.
No Tom, no Joan, and lots of echoes for you. Joan's calling again. Darn it.
You might have to dial in with her phone.
Okay, Joan's having some difficulties. She's going to go ahead and call in, but she was hoping that Steve would go ahead and open the meeting for us. Are you good with that, Steve?
I'm not exactly sure of the protocol, but
I just call roll call and we'll get going.
I can certainly call to order the City of Riverbank Planning Commission meeting of Tuesday, August 17th. And the roll call would be if Commissioner John Dinan is here.
Oh, I'll do the roll call.
We'll do the roll call.
Yeah.
Then I'm calling it to order, and if you could proceed with that, Janet, that'd be great.
Perfect, thank you. So Joan Stewart, our chair, is
recording in progress.
Is having technical difficulties, so I'm not sure if I should make her absent or not. Vice Chair Steve Link.
Here.
Commissioner John Dinan.
Here.
Commissioner Natasha Basso.
Here.
Commissioner Melly Fenrich is excused absent tonight. And our alternate commissioner, Benjamin Rubin.
Here.
Thank you.
Good, we have a quorum.
Yay.
Okay, so go ahead, Steve, and you could go ahead and start with the conflict of interest. Yeah.
All right, so any planning commission member or staff who has a direct conflict of interest on any scheduled agenda item to be considered is to declare their conflict at this time.
Okay.
No one has.
Hearing none, you could move on to public comments.
All right, so at this time, members of the public may comment on any item not appearing on the agenda and within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Planning Commission Board. Individual comments will be limited to a maximum of 5 minutes per person, and each person may speak once during this time. Time cannot be yielded to another person. Under state law, matters presented during the public comment period cannot be discussed or acted upon. For record purposes, state your name and city of residence, and please make your comments directly to the Planning Commission Board.
I have no one calling in, and at this time there are no emails either.
Okay. So then the consent calendar is next.
Yes.
So all items listed on the consent calendar are to be acted upon by a single action of the Planning Commission Board, unless otherwise requested by an individual Planning Commission member or member of the public for special consideration. Otherwise, the recommendation by motion of the Planning Commission Board.
I'm sorry to interject, Vice Chair Link. I'm just letting everyone know that Commissioner or Chair Stewart is now in the participants on the panel.
Oh, excellent. Well, then I will allow her to take over at this point. Thank you, Gabriel.
Can somebody hear me?
Yep, we can
Yes.
hear you, Joan.
Okay.
If you could start, take off at item 2.1, posting of the agenda.
Okay, the agenda for the August 17th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting was posted on the City Community Center bulletin board, City Hall North and South bulletin boards, the post office, the city website, and emailed to the library on August 4th, 2021. Item 2.2, approval of the August 17th, 2021 agenda. This provides an opportunity for the Planning Commission or staff to recommend that an item be placed on the agenda for discussion or to adjust the proposed agenda to allow an item to be taken out of order. Have a motion for approval, please.
This is Commissioner Basso. I'll make a motion to approve item 2.1 and 2.2.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
This is Commissioner Dinan. I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll do roll call. So we have Chair Joan Stewart,
Yes.
Vice Chair Steve Link,
Yes.
Commissioner John Dinan,
Yes.
Commissioner Natasha Basso,
Yes.
and our alternate Commissioner Benjamin Rubin.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to public hearings. The public notice for items 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3 were published on August 4th, 2021 in the Riverbank News. Moving to item 3.1, I see that staff has recommended this item be continued until the next Planning Commission meeting. So can we have a motion on the continuation?
Yes, this is Commissioner Link, item 3.1. I move to continue the item until the next regular Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
This is Commissioner Dinan. I'll second that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do I need to do a roll call vote on that? I think so.
Yes.
Okay, so Chair Stewart,
Yes.
Vice Chair Link,
Yes.
Commissioner Dinan,
Yes.
Commissioner Basso,
Yes.
and Commissioner Rubin.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Item 3.2, which is testing tentative map 03-2020/rezone to plan development 01-2020, architecture and site plan review 05-2021, department file number 20-0024, countryside 3. Donna, will you be taking it from here?
Yes, the project consists of a tentative map and a rezone to plan development. Both of those items would be recommendations to the city council because the rezone, of course, is an ordinance and needs to go to city council. And then architecture and site plan review for 22 detached single family residential units and 3 lots for an interim storm drain basin. The project is located at 4131 Kentucky Avenue, the northwest corner of Kentucky Avenue and Central Avenue, APN 062-022-020. Pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, the project is exempt pursuant to CEQA guidelines, section 21159.21 A through J, exemption for qualified housing projects. Gabrielle has the PowerPoint ready to go, and take it away, Gabrielle.
Thank you, Donna. So yes, this is an application regarding, 3 applications regarding the project Countryside 3. And as Donna mentioned, this consists in a rezone 01-2020 for a planned development district. Vesting Tentative Map 03-2020, also Architecture Site Plan Review 05-2021. McCrory Wilbur Communities, Inc. is requesting that the Planning Commission review and recommend to council approval for the rezone and the tentative map, and then also approve the Architecture Site Plan Review. This is a request to subdivide approximately 4.56 acre parcel into 22 single-family lots with 3 remainder lots, and it's located 4131 Kentucky Avenue. The project is located on the northwest corner of Central Avenue and Kentucky Avenue on the east side of the city of Riverbank. And as you can see here, this is an aerial of the subject site. The project is bordered by Countryside 2, which is 40 units for single family development. Riverbank Enclave, which is future proposed 18 single family units, and then undeveloped land to the south, and Ranchette to the east on Central Avenue. And this is the proposed tentative map. As you can see, it's 22 units. The interim storm basin on the left-hand portion of the subdivision with 2 cul-de-sacs. The applicant and developer are providing sidewalks on the north side of Kentucky and on the western side of Central Avenue. The general plan designation for this project is, as you can see there in the red, is a lower density residential. And it's consistent with the general plan in the following areas: 2.4, safe sidewalks; section policy design 2.5, walkable neighborhoods; section policy design 3.1, attractive residential subdivisions; and then also policy design section 3.2, healthy subdivision development. And this is the current zoning designation of the subject site, which is R1 single family residential. And it's proposed to be a planned development. And this project is related to Countryside 1 and 2, which were done by the same applicant. Countryside 1 was recorded, the development agreement was recorded on May 8th, 2017. Countryside 2 was recorded on January 14th, 2017. And this project will also have a development agreement, which city staff has received an application. And the architectural features includes 5 model homes, 3 architectural styles, which are Craftsman, Cottage, and Farmhouse. And the applicant is proposing 12 distinct color schemes, palettes for the subdivision. And this is a visual conceptual rendering of the Plan 1, which is about 1,742 square feet. You can see the various elevations there and the neat design. This is the Craftsman type of home. And then plan number 2, this is more the cottage type. You can see the 3 different elevations there proposed, which do have nice architectural features. They will include decorative garages, garage doors, also lighting as well, garage lighting. And then the project will also include enhanced landscaping. And this is the proposed rendering of the 2105 square foot design floor plan. And these are 3 different elevations for homes of that size. And this is plan number 4, which is the larger units for this proposed subdivision, which will be 2,118 square feet. And they will have 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a 2-car garage. And this subdivision and the architecture is similar and consistent with Countryside 1 and Countryside 2. With respect to the environmental, proposed project is exempt from additional analysis pursuant to CEQA guideline section 2011-59.21, parenthesis A through J, exemption for qualified housing projects. Regarding the public notices, the public notice was published in the Riverbank News on Wednesday, it's actually August 3rd, 2021. And they were also mailed out to residents, property owners, and businesses in a 300-foot radius on Wednesday, August 3rd. And the staff's recommendation is to approve resolution 2021-012 to recommend approval to the Council of Rezone 01-2020. Also, staff recommends approval of resolution number 2021-013, and this is for the tentative map 03-2020 to the City Council. And lastly, staff recommends approval of resolution number 2021-014 for the architecture and review site plan application, which is number 05-2021. And staff's here to answer any questions. The applicant is also here as well.
Actually, I do have a question. On the staff report, perhaps this is just a typo, but the density under LDR is 8 units per acre, and going to PD, we're allowed to make the lot smaller, but it shows only 5.48 units per acre. Or is there something else going on that I missed in this?
I know that the next project, the Heritage Collection, does have 8.13 density per net acre for the next project. I don't know if you're
no, I'm looking at the staff report for this one, and it says under LDR 8 units per net acre, but under the proposed PD standard it shows 5.48 units per net acre, and that's on page 14 of
So with that, then, Chair Stewart, the PD does allow for more flexibility in the zoning standards. The applicant is requesting a PD which allows for flexibility in terms of the lot size and other development standards for the R1 zone. So by them requesting the zone change for a PD, there's a little more flexibility, and they could intensify the number of dwelling units if.
Well, I understand that, but on this report, it's showing that there would be fewer units per acre under the proposed PD standard. That's why I'm questioning it.
And you're referring to page 14?
Yes, and it's the 4th line down.
Okay, so basically, yes. Basically, they're in this LDR general plan zone. They can have from 0 up to 8 dwelling units per net acre. So them providing the density of 5+ dwelling units per acre is sufficient and compatible with the zoning standards.
Okay, so there would be more, on the average, more units under the PD.
So with the PD, it does allow for more units if they want to, but in this case, they're within that frame of 0 to 8 dwelling units per net acre.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
If I might jump in real quick, Joan. The reason that this project has sought the PD zoning designation is the items that have an asterisk behind them in that list of proposed standards. So there are a couple lots that are under 5,000 square feet that are under a 50-foot minimum width, and then underneath 100 feet minimum length. And the street width too is less wide than our standards are. So it's for those 4 reasons that they proposed the PD.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Donna and Chairperson Stewart. And right now I'm sharing where they deviated from the development standards of the R1 zone for reference.
Okay, are there any other questions?
Yeah, Madam Chair, this is Commissioner Dinan. I've got a question for staff, and I'd be interested in any input from the other commissioners. We're changing you're requesting this PD so the developer can have minimal, smaller lot sizes than the general plan. I think there's also smaller streets. There's an impact to the general plan. There's a reason that the general plan has got specifications. Why are you recommending that we allow this developer to come in with less specifications than the general plan?
Thank you, Commissioner Dinan. Well, the developer also has the ability and the opportunity to request for a PD. And like staff mentioned, the PD does allow for more flexibility. And when the applicant does request that PD, there are certain amenities or additional features that they are required to provide. So in this case, as you can see here on page 14, they're going to provide additional amenities, which include upgraded garage doors, decorative outdoor lighting, and enhanced landscaping in order for them to comply with the rezone requirement.
Okay, I would like to hear input from other commissions if they have any problems with this. Okay, thank you, Ben. Gabriel, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak to this? Okay, I guess I can open the public hearing. Do we have any callers?
No, we don't have any callers on my phones, and we have no emails, which I have open on my computer as well.
Okay, well then we'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
This is Commissioner Dinan. I'll move for approval of Resolution 2021-012, 2021-013, and 2021-014.
Thank you. Do we have a second on that?
Yeah, Commissioner Link will second that.
Thank you.
Donna, sorry to interject, and Chairperson Stewart, sorry to interject, but I know the city attorney is not here. Is that appropriate in terms of approving the recommendations, or do they need to vote on each item separately in terms of one for the tentative map, one for the rezone, and one for the architectural site plan review?
I believe they can do all 3 at the same time, unless if one of the commissioners has a problem with one of the resolutions and wants to pull it from the grouping.
Anyone have a problem with this?
No, I don't. This is Commissioner Basso.
No one else?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to do roll call.
Do we get a second on that?
Yes, we had Link.
Thanks, thank you.
So I'm going to do roll call real quick. Chair Stewart.
Yes.
Vice Chair Link.
Yes.
Commissioner Dinan.
Yes.
Commissioner Basso.
Yes.
And Commissioner or alternate Rubin.
Yes.
Okay, so it passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, item 3.3. Tentative map 01-2021/rezone to plan development 01-2021. Architecture and site plan review 02-2021/2021. Department file number 210005. The Heritage Collection at Sierra Street, 6448 Claus Road. Okay, Donna, Gabriel, whoever's going to tell us about this one.
Thank you, Chairperson. Stuart, do you want me to go ahead, Donna? Or
Yes,
do you
go
want to
ahead.
speak?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, just bear with me a moment, please. Okay, thank you. This is the Heritage Collection at Sierras Street, item 3.3. The project consists of the following: a rezone 01-2021, also a tentative map 01-2021, and lastly, architectural site plan review 02-2021. And the applicant, SCM Hertzstone LLC, is requesting the Planning Commission review and recommend to City Council for approval the rezone 01-2021 and the tentative map 01-2021, and approve architecture and site plan review 02-2021. And this is a request to subdivide a 12.27 acre lot into 47 single family lot subdivision with a large remainder lot for a future self-storage facility and associated improvements at 6448 Claus Road. And the project is located on the northeast, or depending on you look at it, or south corner of Claus Road and Central Avenue. It's north of Patterson Road. And this is an aerial view of the project site. As I said, east of Claus Road, west of Central Avenue, north of Patterson Road. To the north is Diamond Bar West. To the south is Riverbank High School. To the west is ranchettes and residential units, or mostly residential units there. And to the east is also a ranchette. Okay, and this is the proposed tentative map for the Heritage Collection project. As you can see here, it includes one cul-de-sac and a street that goes south and east on the project. These units also, similar to the previous project, the applicant is asking for a rezone. The lots here range from a minimum of 3,800 square feet approximately to about 6,700 square feet. And the general plan designation for this project is medium density residential. And the project is consistent with the general plan in the following areas: policy design 2.7, which is safe sidewalks; policy design section 3.1 for walkable neighborhoods; policy design section 3.2 for attractive residential subdivisions; policy design section 5.2, which is healthy and safe subdivision development. And the existing zoning for the subject site is C2, general commercial. And similar to the previous project, the applicant's proposing a planned development for this project. And the architectural features are 4 model homes, 2 architectural styles, Craftsman and Cottage, 6 distinct color schemes. And this is a conceptual rendering of the Cottage, which is the first plan, or plan 1 for this proposed subdivision. And this is also a conceptual rendering of the Craftsman, which is also plan 1. And here's the conceptual rendering for the Cottage plan 2, which is 2-story development here, or 2-story units. And as mentioned, they will have a decorative garage door and garage light features. And this is plan number 3 for the Craftsman, also a 2-story housing units. And regarding the environmental, the proposed project is exempt from the additional analysis pursuant to CEQA guideline section 21159.21 parentheses A through J, exemption for qualified housing projects. And regarding the public notice, the mailers were mailed out to residents, property owners, and businesses in a 300-foot radius on Wednesday, August 3rd. You can ignore the top line. And it was also published in the Riverbank News on August 3rd, 2021. And staff recommends, one, approval of resolution number 2021-015 to recommend approval to the City Council of the Rezone 01-2021. Number two, staff recommends approval of resolution 2021-016 to recommend approval to the City Council of the Tentative Map 01-2021. And third, staff recommends approval of resolution number 2021-017 for the architecture site plan review number 02-2021. And staff is here again to answer any questions, and the applicant is also here as well.
Thank you, Gabriel. Commissioners, do you have any questions or comments on this?
I have a comment.
Okay.
So I noticed that the zoning was or is commercially zoned. And I personally think it's a good idea to change it to residential just because it's right next to the high school, and I think commercial development would increase traffic there. So I like that it's potentially being rezoned.
Oh, good point. Anyone else? Okay, hearing none, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Do we have any phone calls or comments?
There are no phone calls, and I am not seeing any emails at this time.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion then. This is Commissioner Link, hoping that we approve item number 012021-015 for the rezone, item 012021-016 for the tentative map, and for 022021-017 for the approval of the site plans today.
Thank you. And do we have a second on that?
This is Commissioner Basso, and I will second.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call. So Chair Stewart?
Yes.
Vice Chair Link?
Yes.
Commissioner Dinan?
Yes.
Commissioner Basso?
Yes.
And our alternate Commissioner Rubin?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to move to Planning Commission comments. Anyone have anything this afternoon? I do, believe it or not. Okay, all we're hearing about lately is climate change, and apparently these droughts are going to be with us forever. And in the past, I know that the city has tossed around the idea installing gray water tanks to be used primarily for landscaping with new developments. And so I'm just wondering if any additional thinking has gone into that lately.
I believe that the Public Works Director has a consultant who is working on that right now.
That's wonderful news. And then also on the same, well, we see the fires and we know what climate change is doing. And I've read several articles that indicate that if everybody could just plant one tree, it would be a big help. I happen to know that if we went back to planting parkway trees, that not only would they help by adding a tree, I know that the shade from the trees actually cuts down on the bad stuff that comes out of the asphalt when the sun hits it. So that's my second thought. Have we given any additional thinking to planting parkway trees to help with the climate change problem? And those are my thoughts for the day, folks.
Great.
Thank you. Staff tries really hard to get as many trees as we can in as many spots as we can.
Yeah, and I think we're doing quite well. We have a lot of nice trees in town.
Thank you.
Now, anything from the county?
Not at this time, thank you.
Staff comments? Donna?
Yes. Let's see where I stuck my sticky. Okay, so the last city council meeting was actually canceled due to vacations, but the one before, I took Perfect Union's development agreement amendment to the city council for a first reading, and it was approved by a vote of 5-0. So the second reading will be next Tuesday. Also, I took the mobile food vending ordinance to the city council. They were quite pleased, and again, for the first reading, they voted 5-0 to approve it. So the second reading for the mobile food vending ordinance will be next week as well. And I also took a Civic Spark MOU, which the Civic Spark Fellow is coming to us through a grant. And this person's job, actually we're splitting this person with the city of Modesto, and it's through a grant by the California Health Coalition. And this Civic Sparks person will be coming to Riverbank one day a week until the holidays. And then after the holidays, they'll be coming twice a week for a total of 11 months. And this person's job will be to help with citizen outreach. Before too long, we're going to have to do a general plan update, and the rules have kind of changed. If you amend more than 2 of your general plan elements, you need to do policies or a specific element for environmental justice. So this person, that the Civic Sparks Fellow that's coming, is well versed in both environmental and economic and social justice, and we'll be reaching out to the public with probably surveys, maybe a charrette or workshops to get to put together a panel or a committee of citizens to draft those environmental justice policies. So it'll get us, you know, we can start slow and kind of build up to it until we get to a general plan update. But in the meantime, we'll be working on those environmental justice policies. And I hope we get a really good participation from the community, because it's something that we really need to see in our general plan update.
Sounds great. Okay, nothing from anybody else? We're going to go ahead and adjourn, and I really hope that the next meeting is in person, because I think the machines are all revolting these days. Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
The recording.
Good night, Ben. Good night, Norma. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Goodbye.